Interest rates are low. In fact, I'm just refinancing my home right now for the second time in 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Because they've gone down that significantly. Money is cheap. Money's abundant at the moment. There's concerns about that on the federal level because the Fed has to have sort of tools in their tool shed to manage an economy if they need to step in, if there becomes true trouble in the economy. But at the moment, uncharacteristically, they've reduced the discount rate, which is the rate that banks borrow from, which ultimately bleeds to us as consumers in terms of long-term interest rates and takeouts and so forth. And that's why rates are cheap. It's not going to be this way forever. And when rates do increase, that increases, the fundamental cost of owning a home because we're all, monthly payment centric. That's what,
Sure.
we talk about the cost of a house, but what we're really concerned about is what is our monthly payment. And when interest rates go up or down, that does impact our monthly payment. That will affect housing demand. It doesn't change demand. Demand's always there, but it changes what we call effective versus ineffective demand. Ineffective demand being people that want a house but they can't afford it. Those people will always be here. And that's a big, that's really the big problem in San Diego. Is there was a time a few decades ago when you could be just sort of an ordinary person, a worker,
right?
And maybe the husband and wife both work, but they were just sort of normal jobs, and they could afford a house. Today, that's sort of off the table for a lot of people. It's really hard to afford a house because housing is so expensive, and regardless of what interest rates are right now. But certainly, if interest rates go up, that's going to bleed into the market in a big way.
Right, and your timetable on something like that. I know you don't have a crystal ball, but what would you see, like, besides the little blips we may see here and there, like long term, or where this thing kind of goes over the next 12?
I don't see interest rates going up in the foreseeable future for the reasons that we were talking about earlier, which is that if we have a weakening economy, there'd be no point in the Feds increasing the rates. They would normally decrease the rates. The real problem is they can't decrease them much more.
Right.
That's their problem. But I don't see rates going up in the foreseeable future. Long term, they have to go up, but long term is north of 5 years. It's not in the foreseeable future.